Our next discussion is what happens after death. Everybody is sure to leave this world. Actually, our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srivas Prabhu, when he went to America, journalists were asking him that why does he leave India and come to America? And that because if he thinks he has a solution to the issue of birth, disease, old age, and death, it is in India the solutions are needed because the death rate in India is very high. And His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami told the American journalists that actually death is 100% everywhere. Whether in the third world country, whether in the first world country, whether in a developing country, whether it's an advanced country, everybody dies. Economic development does not protect anybody from death. Wealth does not protect anyone from death. Your political position does not protect you from death. Nothing in this world will protect you from death because that's a natural sequence. Whoever takes birth in this world must die. So the question is, what happens after death? So actually, our day-to-day life is determining what will happen to us after death. If you lead a very virtuous life, if you lead a pious life, your destiny after death is different than if you live a very impious life or a life which is full of sin. Your destiny is also different. When death comes upon us, there is a place which is called the abode of the superintendent of death. There is a personality, he's called Yamaraj. Yamaraj, his position, he is considered the judge of the whole material creation. And everybody who dies is actually arrested and sent to the court of Yamaraj. In the court of Yamaraj, your activities are revealed to you. Actually, whatever we are doing day in and day out is recorded in our subconscious mind. Some people tell me the Akashic records. Akashic records means that everything you have been doing in different lives, in this life and other lives to come, are all recorded. And when you leave your body, your whole film of life is played for you. You will see how you were born from your mother's womb and what you have done from day one till the day you die. You yourself will see the film of your life. It's like a drama. And you yourself will begin to feel very guilty for many, many wrong things you've done. That is for a person who lived a very impious life. But a person who lived a very pious life, he will feel very happy because in this film of his life, in this drama of his life, he will see how he has been very useful to people around him, how he has led a very virtuous life, how he has lived a very godly life. He will see for himself that he has made use of this human form of life. So after death, we are taken to the court of Yamaraj, and there our life film is played back to us, and we see it, and at the end, we will judge ourselves. You will decide. You will see where you are supposed to go next. So those who are very pious, they are elevated to heaven. And those who are very sinful, they are degraded into hell. Those who are in between, they are the balance, they come back into the middle planetary system. So the Bhagavad Gita tells us that those who are pious or who are in a mode of goodness, they go up into the higher planetary system, Swagalok, and those who are very sinful, they go into the lower planetary system, Patalalok, and those who are in between, they come back to the earthly planet. So, and those who are spiritual, they will go to the spiritual world. So everybody is cutting his destiny. Everybody, what we are doing day in and day out, how we are behaving, how we are acting, we are actually writing our own life's history. And at the end, the whole film will be played back to you. And you will feel very guilty. You will feel very sorry that you did not utilize your human form of life properly. So therefore, it is better that while we are alive, to live very, very virtuous life. Even better than that, we should live godly lives. We should live spiritual lives. We should utilize this human form of life to serve the Supreme, to serve God. That is why we are created. God has created us as parts and parcels of Him so that we can serve the whole. Just like a tree, the roots are serving, the trunk is serving, the branches are serving, the leaves are serving. All the different parts of the tree are serving the whole, the tree. Similarly, we are also parts and parcels of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, and our duty is to serve Him. So if we use this life to serve Him very nicely, then our destination is very wonderful. As soon as we are about to leave this world, Krishna himself or his agents, the Vishnu Dutas, the Krishna Dutas, they will come and they will take you to the spiritual world, where you will again enter into your natural environment, the spiritual environment. This material environment is not our natural environment. It's like a fish out of water. And so that is why there's so much misery, there's so much suffering, there's so much problem, because we are outside of our natural habitat. Our natural habitat is the spiritual world, is Krishna Loka, and that is where we're supposed to go. So by leading a spiritual life, one will go back to the spiritual world when he leaves this body. But if one lives a very pious life, he goes to heaven to enjoy as long as his piety allows him. And if one lives a very impious life, he goes to a hellish planet and he has to lead a life as long as his impiety allows him. And if one is in between, he's halfway pious and halfway impious, then he's brought back into human society. He's brought back into the middle planetary system, where he has to work out his karma, good or bad. Hare Krishna.